Alright guys, it is a hot, steamy, muggy Saturday. Earlier this week it was warm, but the humidity was really not bad, and then the humidity is now in full effect, and we've got this tropical depression that's, I guess it's going to be like a tropical storm when it hits like Louisiana, and then it's going to downgrade to a tropical depression, and then it's going to get to about like the North Carolina coast and re-strengthen to a storm. I don't know. I think it's just going to bring us some rain, and that's going to be about it. So I want to get this knocked out before all that rain comes, I think tomorrow. So basically what we're going to do in here is like we did over here where we cleared out all these gums. Now you can kind of see in this field the gums were kind of isolated in these little patches. Like there's a patch there, and there'd be a patch there, and there, you know, on and so forth. Over here, they've just basically taken over. And so it would have just not been efficient to come through here with the mulcher and try to cut these things down the way they're kind of situated through here. So I've got the skid steer with the MTL, and we're just gonna come in here and basically just mow all of this down. Not this front, because this is okay right through here, but the rest of it we're gonna just is gonna be gone. So I want to go over here really quick. I just noticed something. Let's check this out. These blackberries look nice. Look at the size of them. I'm gonna eat one. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh my gosh, that's good. I'm gonna eat one more. I might eat a few. Oh. If you've never just eaten blackberries right out of the wild, like ripe off the vine, oh my gosh, so good. One of the perks of working out in the woods in the summertime. All right, anyway, so basically we're just gonna mow all these gum trees down. That's pretty much it. About to where that pine tree wood line is. We're gonna save. We're not gonna cut any of the pines. And I'll probably work back there a little bit around that tree stem, and that'll be that. Shouldn't take too long. It's not very big. Maybe an acre and a half, something like that. Maybe only an acre. I don't really know. All right. Well, let's hop in this thing and get to it. Might eat a few more blackberries first, though. All right, guys, that is the job. Nice little Saturday project, clearing out all those gums, and that looks good. Man, the blackberries are coming in really nice in a lot of spots. I tried to leave as much of it as I could. Through here was, man, it was thick in there. This part right through here wasn't that bad, but like this field wasn't as big as this one over here. So, but it turned out great. I saved everything that I could, and just it's kind of a balancing act between saving things and just being efficient with it. There were some oaks back there that I saved. Tried to save a few of the wax myrtles as well. There's a few persimmons. I think that's one. There's a grove of them right back over there near that tree stand. Oh, but yeah, this looks good. Trying to be careful walking through here. The owner had a guy out here a few weeks ago doing some controlled burns, and he killed a massive rattlesnake. I'll try to put it in the video. The thing was like 5 feet. I mean, it was massive. The guy was like, I hope you're not mad I killed this rattlesnake. And the client was like, no, man, I think we're good. So, yeah, there's, we don't have a whole lot of them. You don't see them that often, but a lot of times if you do see a rattlesnake around here, they're typically big. It was a big old timber rattler. And, yeah. So, there's a couple spots like back in there I'm gonna have to get, you know, if he wants me to, with the mulcher, little tight areas through there and then around this little grove of pines. But for the most part, this turned out pretty good. He doesn't care about the size of the mulch. I didn't spend too much time, you know, grinding this mulch, you know, mulching it down really good. He doesn't care what that looks like because it's all gonna rot out anyway. He just wants them down and on the ground pretty much. So, and then there was this little path through here. Yeah, that was overgrown with some gums. I cleaned it out, and like in there's a little tight. So he wants me to come back with the mulcher. I can work through there and clear that out. And there's that little grove of persimmons. So I was trying to, you'll notice what I was trying to do was trying to get all these to lay down. I would tilt the cutter up and kind of angle it down where the push bar, where it would cut, and the push bar would push everything kind of forward and down to try to get it to lay down on the ground so I could process it. And one of the problems that I was having in here with these gums is you would see a bunch of them kind of growing together, and it would look like a bunch of individual trees growing up out of the ground. But at the bottom, it's like one big stump at the bottom. I'll see if I can find one to show you. That might be one. Yeah, that's one right there, I think. Yeah. I mean, this thing's huge at the bottom. I mean, that whole thing right there is probably from here to here, that's over 12 inches, you know? So you'd get to the bottom and you'd have this like, this with tree, and it would look like a bunch of little individual trees. And you get to the bottom, you got this massive stump at the bottom that you're trying to cut through, and you didn't want to leave that sticking up too high. So I was trying to grind through them, because you leave them sticking up, the mounting plate or the backside, oh shit, that was a hole. Anyway, the backside of the cutter will catch on those, and you'll see that it happened a couple times. You know, the machine will be going forward and you'll see it kind of jerk. That's it, catching on those stumps. So a lot of times you'd see me back up, and I wasn't backing up to process anything. I was backing up to try to move forward again to cut the stump down as low as I could and get them down. So tell you, just kind of give you guys an idea of my reasoning on that. New tracks are great, man. I love them. This is the newest one. I think this new one might be a little better than that other one. Hold on. I think this new track might be a little better quality than the other one. I don't know that for a fact. This is made by Arsun, A-R-I-S-U-N, and the other track is I think it's an ITR. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let's see, where's the logo on it? Yeah, ITR. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but yeah. So it definitely has a deeper tread on it for sure. This is a lot deeper tread than that's on the other one. And it just seems like a thicker, a little more heavier duty track. Though I don't know if it rides as good as the other one. You guys can kind of see from the front, there's a little difference. That's more of a all-terrain style C-lug. And this is more of like a regular C-lug. So they both do pretty good. It rides so much better now than over the other lug tracks that I had, and I don't see a little bit, not too much difference in the traction. It seems to get really good traction. It handles so much better, so much more responsive in the tracks now. And maybe that has to do with the new idler we put on that side as well, but it's doing really good so far with these new tracks. But I think that other one might be a little better. But not saying I'm disappointed, but it'll be a good comparison. I think this one's got somewhere between 50 to 100 more hours on it than that one. So it'll be an interesting comparison to see which one does better. That one's probably got about 50 hours on it ish. So it'll be an interesting comparison to see which one holds up a little better over time. So, well, that's that. Tell me in the comments what you guys, if you guys have had any, you know, dealings with either one of these tracks companies. You know, I don't know enough. I don't really know anything about tracks. They were trying to get me this same track, but they couldn't get it, you know, because supply chains are all messed up. So, all right. So tell me in the comments what you guys, you know, prefer track wise, if you had any dealings with either one of these tracks, and if you did you like them, not like them, let me know. All right, I'm gonna get out of here for the day, and we got a lot more stuff to do out here, lots more projects. The owner out here has got tons of stuff to do, so I will be back. I will check you guys later. Have a great weekend.